1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Hello everyone and welcome to ACF2 today in Monaco. And in today's race we have the cars already going around the track. Here we have Florence Zorka already out on track. Gotta have to say before we start that there are some special liveries as we see today. Lawrence Zorka running one of them, spinning out of turn 1. Jeremy Goof right in front being the second car of the special livery around this special track today. Monaco being one of the oldest tracks in Formula 1 history. And now here in ACF2 hosted by Noah Bejoui and Timo Nefagno. I am your commentator Luca Cintorbi, and now we have a race weekend around the famous Monaco Grand Prix. So let me run you down through some drivers who are already out onto the server today in practice session, which goes half an hour. Right now, out on track are Jeremy Good with the Ayrton Senna tribute livery, which is similar to the Marlboro McLaren, as you also see it in the helmet with the classic Senna yellow with the green stripe livery in the Alpha Audi. And with the helmet you can see already the Alpha Audi racing. The special livery today, one off for the team. The specialty between those two being the yellow and the red, differentiating the two, easy to see. Then we have Liam Shepherd in the Lamborghini. Not quite a special livery today, but look at the livery. You see this classic white with Marlboro looking stripes, just like the Williams back in 2016. Look-alike livery. Then going down the other, we have the Squadra Corse. We have the team hosted by Timo Nathaniel, the co-owner of this server. Look at the special livery, more of an Italian Ferrari themed, as Timo works in Ferrari, so he has his special colors here, black, mostly black, with some red stripes, and more of a Ferrari looking sponsors with the Italian flag in the rear. Obviously also special helmets for many of the drivers as well. Pascal's mascot being on the helmet, special rainbow, while Liam Shepherd isn't running a special helmet today, while we see the first two, the Alpha Audi Racing, running a special Senna tribute helmet. As here are some safety cars as well. We are probably gonna see that action as well. Let me show you the safety car as well. Special livery for the AIL Racing League. What is today? You can see sponsored by Miniature Motorworld. Use the code ACF1 member for a 15% discount. And just look at the livery, lights obviously working as well, so if you see this car out on track, you already know not to be careful and not to overtake. Jeremy Goof already setting our first lap around the famous track here. Special corners obviously with the casino. He's running out now turn 3 Massenet, and now casino corner turn 4, and now onto the mirror bomb happen turn 5, as you can see here. Now locking up and doing a Rosberg, exactly how Rosberg did it back then in 2016, and Jeremy Good showing us perfectly how to do it again. And now obviously the Grand Hotel happened, the most famous corner in the whole calendar. It's just something gotta look out for, because with these cars it's barely possible, and interesting to see how the drivers also take it with the speed and the attack they go. Now through the tunnel section, turn 9, out of it, gonna get a flashbang there. Obviously as a drive with those speeds, difficulty locking up the left side hand tires there, going into turn 10, the Novalet chicane, and now into Tabak, quick corner, easy to make a mistake and touch the wall, as Jeremy Good did right there. Damage being unrealistic, so 100% gotta be careful not to get any damage. Of these cars, it's easy to get suspension damage. Any suspension damage not really helpful. It's something you gotta look out for, and gotta be careful as well, as any damage can impact your lap time and even drivability, which in the end you don't really want to have suffer, because these cars in this track, you don't want to be bottlenecked by any amount of damage. Let's listen to that engine sound going through the corners. Let's see if the engine audio is also great. It looks fine to me. Just gonna have to put it down a little, something quickly. Put it 15 and it should be alrighty there. As through the Grand Hotel happened, there he goes, and now Mirabeau turn 7 and Porsche turn 8. A difficult round of corners, really narrow track. We have to see just how our drivers today will go around it. Championship battle looking fierce as ever, with a few drivers still not being on the server. I believe some will join us. Looking at who will join us today with the race briefing. If obviously gotta say now the server, this is an open league, join for everyone. Join the link in the description to join the owner of the league's YouTube channel. From there it's easy to find the Discord. Just sign up and you'll be able to join in this league as well. This league, AIL Racing League, having 4 different categories with new ones joining soon. We have ACF2 with the F2 cars, as you can see here, ACF1 with the 2024 F1 cars, the ISS cars. So that's if to go up there, you have to win a race in. You have to show your competition in ACF2 in the F2 group, and there's also IndyCar open for anyone. Then the new joiners with the Endurance Championship coming soon next month, and shortly, a few weeks ago, happened the Touring Masters Championship. So all of those are open for F1. You have to qualify in the F2 league, but other than that, the rest is open. So join the link in the description to join the owner's YouTube, and from there, with one click of a button, you'll join up into the Discord, and you can join just with a free sign up. Running down the drivers who are going to be here today, it should be 8 drivers joining us. Pascal is already on track in P4. Liam Shepard already joined us. Dan Johnson, I believe, will not join us today, otherwise known as Dan No Skill. Stefan Wimmer will join us. Luca Casale will join us, but he is always late to those as he is busy in other departments. Jeremy Good already on here. Maddie will join us, and to Lauren, who's already in here. I believe there's some donuts going on in the pit lane. It is Lauren Zorka who is trying to do a test start with his teammate here in the pit lane. Sorry, my voice is a bit raspy today. I apologize for that. As out of the pit lane, there's already a spin from Jeremy Good. Difficult there. I believe that's Liam Shepard going also around now. That was Pascal, I apologize, going now through turn 1. Putting up now also the server information to be able to check just how the lap times are looking, and any information about the drivers. Just gotta see how the drivers handle this track. The 50 minutes left on the clock for practice. So obviously any practice important for all of the drivers. You want to know the track as much as possible. Here we are on board now with Pascal going through turn 9. I believe there's a tunnel section. Now turn 10, the famous hairpin, Novelet chicane, not hairpin, I apologize there, it's a chicane. And now Tabak turn 12. Waiting still for a few drivers to join up. They have to join soon, and else I will not be able to join for today's race. Championship battle being really close here. As, nice camera here between the two Alpha Audi races. Jeremy Good right now being our championship leaders, and his teammate Lauren right behind him. Look how perfectly in sync these two drivers are. Looking here on board with Jeremy Good right behind, touching the wall outside of turn 8. Glitching out for damage there. Looking a bit of a crash of environment. Shows me just a bit of damage on Jeremy Good's car. Lauren Zorka having had a mistake there as well, overtaking him through the tunnel section. Giving us a bit of a fight here in practice. On board with a nose now on Jeremy. As Lauren spins it out of turn 12. And now going through the swimming pool chicane. Jeremy Good showed us how to do it. Lauren Zorka shows us how not to do it, as Lauren now goes out of the pit lane. It's Jeremy joins in now. We have now Mehdi as well showing his livery, the Tunisia racing car, classic set livery from them, Porsche power unit, Rockstar inspired energy, Tunisia. This is the Norbejui's team. Tunisia, the Norbejui are the server owner being from Tunisia, so that's where the name inspired from. OnlyFans front wing being new, so new sponsors on them, Louis Vuitton as well, so some new sponsors on this car. Look at this, the special livery of French driver here. The number 13 reminds me of a famous F1 driver who had that number, who has a race win on his name. Obviously, I'm talking about Pastor Maldonado, a great driver from there. Stefan Wimmers joined us here as well, the second Ferrari car, Ferrari power unit. Obviously the rule being on the livery, the power unit having to be written on the exhaust, as we can see here. Porsche. Liam Shepard has the Lancia power unit, not quite seen in the motorsport country entries, but mostly being known for their Group B cars, but now Liam Shepard's Lamborghini team having the power unit Lancia, and Audi obviously having an Audi power unit. They have not run it on the rear wing for the special livery. They don't have to for today, but their power unit being the Audi Motorsport. And with the Alfa Romeos, the safety car, it's a whole bunch of groups here. It's gonna see who nails the setup perfectly and who manages just to get the perfect race today here around Monaco. Liam Shepard being our first driver to go under the 122s, but I believe that's not still the fastest lap out there today. Pascal going now through turn 1 and through the Santa Vort corner as losing the rear there. Getting a bit of front wing damage, having red damage. You see now, look at that understeer. Look how much he's turning away, and he just smashes us into the wall. But that's that. As you saw, just with one mistake, how much the car stops handling. And Liam Shepard now going through turn 2 now. Turn 3, the Maisonette corner, and now Casino section. Now Mirabeau. It happened where Nico Rosberg showed us what not to do in 2016. I believe there was a bit of banter on their side, but now here, ACF2, F2 cars being smaller than the F1 cars, but having a little bit less aero than F1 cars, so more difficult to drive. There's 11 minutes left on the clock. Drivers are having to, still showing us that mistakes can happen, but there are 2 tire compounds for today's race. The super soft tires as Liam Shepard is on. Here you can see the purple tire, the purple compound, and the softs, the red compound, as Jeremy Good and Mehdi are showing us. So a few compounds today. We're gonna see how the strategist looks like, and it's gonna be a fun race today. I can't wait to commentate on the race. That's gonna be a great couple corners from our race drivers, and just interesting to see just how it's gonna play out. With this pit lane as well, difficult as turn 1, I believe, is gonna be the most difficult corner around this track. Just with the rear stepping out, there was a very bumpy section. Just look at the suspension go. Shows us just how bumpy this track is. Just how much I have to work with the suspension just to work around that unpredictableness. And let's see who has nails the setup as first. Liam Shepard obviously being the most confident in this F2 car, but just sadly not showing us what he can do, as in the championship he just is slacking a little in the standings. Liam is 4th right now, about 14 points behind Jeremy Good. Mehdi being 2nd right now, having to catch on to Jeremy, being 10 points behind. Jeremy having a huge lead. So we're gonna see just how much the championship can change between these 2 drivers, as yeah, it's gonna be an interesting race. This track skin specially made for ACF2 with the miniature Motorworld logos and the Discord. Obviously this is an open Discord, a link in the description. I can find it on track. This for the miniature Motorsport, the a discount code for newcomers would be great, because I believe it is on track, as Liam Shepard just goes in too deep into turn 1 and smashes into the wall. Special rule in this league is teleporting back to the pits is illegal unless it's a practice session or the stewards particularly allow it for a occasion. So in qualifying, we can't. The drivers have to be careful not to do any mistakes, as if they teleport into the pit lane for in qualifying, they're not allowed to do any more laps, and they have to be sufficient with the lap they have done. And if it's a bad lap, that's gonna ruin the whole race qualifying session, and that's gonna also greatly impact the race start. And obviously on a track like this with a Sandoval turn 1, you want to have a great starting position, as you gotta be careful when you're in the back. The crashes might occur. Obviously one of the hardest tracks on the calendar. Gonna see just how the drivers handle around, as Medi just doesn't care to take the chicane. Kind of special on their part. But yeah, interesting. So 7 minutes left on the clock. Lap times are dropping. Liam Shepard, the first one under the 121s. Jeremy Good being the closest with a 2 second 0.6 gap with a 123.6. I apologize, so 121.7. So that lap is not quite correct. It shows here as a 123.3, but his best lap was a 121.7. Still 1.5 seconds off Liam's best lap, who was a 120.2. And now I see it, at lap time was from Medi, the 121.7. So Jeremy Good has some competition in today's race. Just gotta say, look at this leader over here, gives me some flashback to the MP4 times with the McLaren. Nice to see it around today, around Monaco as well. Obviously we had in real life a few days ago the historic Monaco event, where Adrian Newey showed us how to actually race those old cars around this track. Let's see if the drivers today show us as well how to drive these cars around this track. Jeremy Goof right now, perfect, not a wall tap yet this lap. Looks like a good lap on his side. Still yellow on our sectors, but interesting to see just with this little time left. Maybe the lap times are gonna shoot up. As the only driver missing for today's race is Luca Casale, but as far as I know, he will join us later. Luca Casale also being a great contender for the championship, being third overall with 36 points, while Jeremy Good has 48, so 12 points gap between P1 and P3 in the standings. Safety car will be in this session, so if there's going to be a big pile up, the safety car will come out. So now looking at the timing sheets, no one looks like they're improving, so it is something we gotta look out for for the race. Maybe the skill difference between these drivers with the practice gap that they have. It's gonna be a big change between all of them. So who has the best practice depends. The most laps done on the server is Medi with 107 laps going on his POV now. Oh no! Oh, big crash out of TN13. Whoa, that just scared me watching that. Hopefully it doesn't have a direct drive wheel, as that must have hurt Liam crashing it out of turn 13. Not perfect there. But Medi having the most practice on to this track with 107 laps. Jeremy Good following with 103 laps, spinning it into turn 1. Showing us that practice isn't really paying off for these drivers. Then comes Lauren Zorka, who has the third most laps with 58 laps under his belt. And then Liam Shepard with 55 under his belt. So we see the gap already. Medi and Jeremy doing twice the amount of laps as these two other drivers. But it looks like that Liam Shepherd just has that upper hand, just has the advantage, and it also looks like Liam Shepherd has right now the clear pole position and maybe even win in his vision right now. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock for practice, and it's so looking feisty with the timings between Liam Shepherd's 2-second gap to Mehdi. Other way around, I apologize, Mehdi with the 2-second gap to Liam, and then his 4-second gap between Stefan and Jeremy Gu. I gotta say, as myself, racing in these cars last season, being second in the championship overall, I was fighting for the championship. I know these cars are not easy to drive, and around Monaco I can't expect these drivers to have it flawlessly on the first try. But just gotta see just how the drivers handle it, and how they just can bring it around in this track today, as Lauren Zolka flying through the final couple corners into the final sector. Locking up a little big thing with these cars. I just saw locking the rears and then the fronts. Bit issues with the brake balance, I believe, there for Lauren. And he has to nail this perfectly. Also, race is going to be a big shambles, as I believe that's Stefan going out of the pit lane there. Obviously, the rule being to not cross the yellow line, being in real life as well. So the drivers have to be careful going out of the pit lane. Do not cross the line in particular, as Pascal spins it round off. I believe that was turn 5, the mirror ball happened. And difficult corners overall, Monaco mostly being happens, and tough chicanes. So these cars more specified for high-speed corners. So gotta see how these F2 cars just handle these tight, twisty corners of the Monaco Grand Prix. Liam Shepherd going round turn 13 and 14, 15 and 16 now out of there as well. The swimming pool chicane, obviously the most fun as well. Looking at the cameras there and seeing how they fly by. Zolka being the next one. Let's see if we get a good camera angle. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at how fast these guys just go. How close to the wall there as well. I believe Kimi Räikkönen being the record for closest to the wall with 0 inches. And Lauren Zolka spins it out of Raskas. The most difficult corner. Schumacher showing us that that's a corner where you can beach it. Bad comparison. Schumacher, I believe, did it on purpose. Lauren reversing into the pit lane there. Got to be careful not to get disqualified for the session. But 1 minute left on the clock, and then we have a 5-minute wait until the qualifying session. I can't wait for that. But with a few cars still out on track, Shepherd being the fastest out on car, so let's hop on board with him. Getting a good camera angle here. Let's see if I can get it. I just took a screenshot. That's not what I wanted. Go. Not what I wanted either. Go. Yes, awesome. On. There we go. That's the camera I'm looking for. A bit of issues there, but now. Look how focused the drivers are. Look at those eyes. Something of this track as well. Nose cam now. Let's hop on board with Liam Shepherd. Let me take you around a lap after this one. With the timer being finished as well. Let's see. Jeremy Gu has started his lap. So around turn 1. Bit of a losing the little rear there as well. Now on board into turn 2. Very bouncy there. Turn 3. Massenets. Fast left-hander. Now right-hander. Casino section. Close to the wall. Now on to turn 5. The mirror ball happened. Turn sharp there. Right hand turn. Just not touching the ground. So locking up. Now onto the hairpin. Turn 6. Sharp on the hard brakes. Now careful on the accelerator. Round mirror ball and Portier. Now comes Portier, the right-hander. Getting very close to the curb there. Now the tunnel section. Look at the lighting. Very yellow. Senna here showing us, Jeremy Good, showing us how Senna would do it. And now round the Novalier chicane, turn 10 and 11. Careful on the brakes, cutting a bit off the corner is allowed. And now through turn 12, Tabak, fast left-hander, very close to the walls. Being a bit careful now. Swimming pool chicane, turn 12, 13. Oh, touch the inside onto turn 15 and 16. Careful with the rears, and now turn 17. Raskas, we saw a mistake from Zoka there, that's showing us how to do it is Jeremy Good, and now turn 18 and 19. At the final corners, and now onto the start finish straight, and that was a lap of Monaco. But I will see you in 5 minutes, and this action will then fully begin. as qualifying now has started. Let's see the cars already out on track. Pascal being the first car being here on track today. Game has quieted out again for no reason at all, so let's bring it back up to 10% as it was before. And now showing us 50 minutes of qualifying, not much time for errors, so we have to get this lap in as soon as possible. A few drivers already out on track: Pascal, Mehdi and Stefan. Here Liam now out as well, and there he is on the right hand side of the screen, going through the corners now, up the hill. It's very steep there, so now Pascal is going to be the first one to cross the line, so let's hop on board with him through the tunnel section. We're gonna see just how these drivers take it and how risky they want to go, as now that qualifying is, you can't really risk getting too much damage, as a teleportation will get you disqualified from the session. So all this early on, you want to first bring a lap and then you can start risking it. Look how close the drivers just get to the walls there. Now on to Raskas, the final couple of corners, onto the final corner, and let's see what a shot Pascal will have on today's race. We'll cross the line now. Turn 1, Santa Vort locking a bit the front, but very close to the outside wall there, but doesn't touch it. Now up the hill, turn 2, this very bumpy section. Now turn 3. Careful on the brakes here, as you don't want to actually lock up and go too wide. And now into the casino corner, turn 4. Oh, a bit wide there, careful. As I into turn 5, the mirror will happen. Brakes hard on the brakes and locks the right front tires, but quite manages to bring the car around. And now through turn 6, the Grand Hotel happen, and now turn 7, Mirror Bow takes it a bit slower than usual. Soka's Mehdi is right behind, taking the slipstream. So now through turn 8, Portier, now turn 9, the tunnel. Mehdi will have a great run here with the slipstream, so gotta have to look out for his lap time. And now through turn 10 and 11, the Novalier chicane, more curve from Mehdi's side. Now to turn 12, the Tabak corner. Greatly there, Pascal goes a bit more to the left. That's not the ideal line you want to take, but now through turn 15, who gets close to the wall? It's Mehdi, but oh no, Pascal loses the race, so Mehdi has clean air now. Through Raskas, let's see what time he will get. Mehdi's lap looks good, purple second sector. Now cross the final corner. There's the delta showing 122, 3, 4, 5, and it's gonna be 145.7, 123.8. I apologize. That's a lap time from Mehdi. So let's see what Pascal can now do. Eyes on Shepard as he's purple all across sector 1 and 2, very close to the wall. They ain't cutting the corner. Through turn 15 and 60, now Raskas going a bit wide, losing the rear and the exit, and now onto the final corner. DRS obviously on these cars as well, so this final straight has DRS advantage. And now across the line, it's a 121.1. Purple all across. Stefan Wimmers to the lap was a 125.8. And now eyes on Zorkas, I believe it's going to be the next driver to cross the line. Green on the Delta, so gotta look what Lauren can bring us. 22-0 sector 1, 21-3 was Liam's first sector, as he does it again. Purple for him. Lauren goes now through turn 16, pushes the car to its limit, and now locking the fronts into the Raskas. And now the final corner. Now what shot can he get? DS now wide open, losing the rear a little. Full throttle to the line. Lauren does a 124.0, putting himself into third and losing the rear out of the exit. Careful not to get too much damage. Now back onto Liam Shepard's onboard. These guys are very close to the camera. I don't like how he's looking at me, but now looking at the timing there, 1 minute 2-3, and now into the final corners. Turn 15, very much onto the curb there, but he's still inside of track limits. So losing out into sector 2 though, going yellow. He abandons his lap. Pascal has gone green in sector 2, so let's see what he can do. But Pascal is an out lap, so that lap will not count. Lauren being on another lap. with 29 seconds, losing out a lot. Medi being also on the lap. Lauren leaving Medi by now through turn 9, the tunnel section. Look how banked it is. There he goes through the tunnel, and now into turn 10. Careful on the brakes, a little bit of locking, but there was a great line from Medi. Now into turn 12, what can we see from him? Into, oh, be careful there, a bit close to the wall. Now through the swimming pool chicanes. On turn 16 was nice, not even a tap of a wall. That was great. Now through Raskas. Let's see what Medi can bring us. Sector 2 and 1 being yellow, but looks like it's still a personal best. Let's see now. Across the line, what will Medi do? Medi does not improve. Jeremy Goods green on his first sector. Through turn 10. Careful on the accelerator, not to lose the rear. We saw his car setup being very oversteery through Tabak, and now turn 13. Swimming through chicane 15 and 16 now, locking the fronts into the right hander. Now Raskas, let's see what he can bring us around here now. Green second sector firm as well. So into the final corner, DS now wide open, shoots out like a rocket ship, and that lap time will be a 1:23.6 and puts himself up into P3. That's not what he wants as his championship rival. Medi is in second. Not quite improving, but going for quite a few laps. 21.6 first sector. He can improve here if he manages to get a good second sector. Now across the second sector line. He has 2 attempts down on his lap. Liam now starting his lap as well. Pascal has spun it out of turn 1. Gotta be careful there. Is he able to bring it back? If not, he has to teleport back, and it's gonna disqualify. But look at that, he's reversing through turn 2. Liam's lap has been ruined. It's now half a second down, so that's gonna be not good on his side. Jeremy Good being 8/10 up on his delta. Can he improve his lap time? 800s, I believe, not 8/10, so still improvement. And now onto the second line. That's a green sector 2 for him. There's 7 minutes left on the clock. They have to bring something soon. Now through turn 13, 14 and 15, the swimming pool section. Lost out a little there. Going 2 tenths under his personal best, but let's see what can he do through Raskas at the final corner. Quite early on the brakes there, but getting a good launch out of the final corner of the DS Open now. 1:23.5 does not improve. As Stefan Wimmer is up on his lap, 2 tenths up on his personal best. Will he bring maybe a battle for Lauren around Monaco? Now through the Mirabel corner and Portier, now into the tunnel section. Fast there, still up on his delta, even a second up. Great sector corners from him. Into turn 10 he goes, taking a bit of an alternative line, but it looks like it's worked out great for him. He only lost out 2 attempts there, green in sector 2. So Stefan Wimmers might have a battle here against Lauren. If he improves this lap and gets the time that he is going on for, he might be up there in P4. So now through Raskas he goes. Early on the brakes, getting a good shot out of the corner. The final corner now, DS is going to be open on this line. He loses the rear a little, touching the curb. Losing out a bit of time there. Looking at the delta, and he improves 1:24.8. It's only 9 tenths behind Lauren. If he brings another lap like this, he might have a battle here. As Pascal also has improved on his final lap. Was a 1:27, fastest lap from him. Personal best. And on the super softs as well. Liam on his outlap. So next lap we gotta see what he can bring us. As Jeremy Good has gone green, but then back to the pit lane, so that's not great from him. 5 minutes left in the session. It looks like some guys are not gonna go for now lap. Liam really abusing the track limits through turn 16. It's all legal here, but this being an outlap, I believe he just does it to start his lap as soon as possible. Now across the line, look at the timing sheets now. Now starts the time. Let's go. Turn 1, great from him. Bit wide, but not touching any wall, so that's great on this side. Turn 2, flat out. Turn 3, bit on the brakes. There you see. Careful, but there's a bit of smoke. I believe someone has spun out ahead of him. That's Jeremy Good who's up ahead. So now through turn 5 and 6. 6 being the happy. Jeremy Good flatting him by. Doesn't improve Liam in sector 1, but he is still on pace with his delta. Through Mirrorbone. And a Portier. His delta looks like still on pace. Let's see in the tunnel section. He's 2 tenths up. But if he brings this together, he can get a better pole position. He's on net provisional pole right now. Only for 4 minutes remaining. He looks like the guy to take pole position round this track. No one is taking purple sector 2 for Liam. Great run there. Being again still 2 tenths up on his lap, best lap. Through turn 16, oh, nearly touching the outside wall. But that gained him another 2 tenths. He's now half a second up on his delta. He's even 8 tenths. That was a great rascal. And now across the line, what will he get? It's gonna be a 120.3 fastest pole position, fastest lap yet. Provisional pole for Liam. Touches the outside wall on exit there. Stefan Wimmer again on the green sector. Oh, that's not a rear wing that you want to see. He has a lot of damage, but can he bring it back to the pit lane? Looks like he is slowing down. What has done to him? He is stopping. He is stopping, so he has to teleport. That's him out of the session. Let me turn on the penalties to check. That one. That one. I'm having a bit of issues here. I can't find that option, so it's on. It's not showing me yet the penalties, but we have to just check later on. We will see what will happen with the penalties, but obviously we're gonna see this how the drivers handle it. No one has gone green yet. Stefan Wimmers with his slow lap sadly couldn't do anything. Jeremy Good being red overall. 24 seconds first sector. That's about a 3-second drop to Liam. And also 1 second drop to his own time. So he lost out in sector 2 and goes 4 times slower. Liam is 6 times up on his delta, but that's a bit wrong as he just exited the pit lane. But Mehdi shows me he is 3 times up on his delta. So Mehdi is going to be the next driver we're going to look out for. This is an fast up here through turn 10. Barely locking up. That's great from him now to turn 12. Let's see how fast he takes it. Barely on the brakes. And now through the swimming pool chicane. There we go. Let's switch camera angles to see how close he gets. And now through Raskas. Opa. There we go. This camera angle a bit better. So now there we see him going through the corners. Now the final straight. Let's see what he can do. Camera not switching at all. This track has not the great best of camera angles. So I apologize there. Now through turn 1. That was a improvement there. It was a 122.2. So improves on his lap. But spins it out of the exit of turn 1. Liam Shepherd is still warming up his tires. I believe it's going to be close to starting his next lap. But Lauren on softs. Looks like wants to do a test lap on that. Looking at the delta, that's just going to be a fast lap now on the red compound. Mehdi is right on the racing line. That's going to greatly impact Lauren's lap. 2 times up though. That's a great first corner with the shot there. Maybe the soft tires being the better tire. Oh, I have to hydrate this. Oh, the speaking is making my voice go dry, but 10 seconds left in the session. What will the drivers do? Will they be able to improve on their ladders and even their position? Liam Shepherd spinning it out of turn 1, so that's it for his lap. Checkered flag is out, so he is done. Will Mehdi do something? Doesn't look like it. He's on an out lap, so he can't complete his lap. Jeremy Good is in the pit lane. Lauren Zorka is green on his first sector. Green second sector. If he finishes this lap, he will overtake Jeremy Good, his teammate. Title leader as well right now, championship leader. If Jeremy Good starts forward, that's gonna hurt him a lot in this championship battle. If Maddie gets it, those points are crucial for the championship. Liam Shepard right now getting pole position right now. Lauren Zucker improves and pushes Jeremy Good out of P into P4. So provisional pole and now pole position for Liam Shepard. Maddie getting second, Lauren third, and Jeremy Good fourth. Stefan fifth and Pascal sixth. What lap times that was. As now we're gonna have an extra 5-minute wait for the next session. The next session being the race, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and I can't wait to see that race start. So see you in 5 minutes.
possible.
As the race is about to start, cars are lined up on the track. The safety car has its lights on. It's gonna follow the cars round the track. And now eyes on a leading pack. Cars joining us still. Luca Casale has said he will not join us. So 6 car race today, so it's gonna be a great race out of this. It's helpful for the championship. If you finish the race, you will get immediate points, so the better the position, the greater will help you in the championship. Jeremy Goof, a championship leader right now, eyes on him as well, being MP4 right now. It's gonna be a start that he wants to get as best as possible, so eyes on them as well. And now have to check if the drivers can get this race run and done and to start as good as possible, as the lights are turning off any second now. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights, 6 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. It's pedal to the metal. And there's a great stuff from Liam. Great stuff from everyone into turn 1. Who's gonna get the greatest turn 1? It looks like Liam Shepherd stays in front. But now, look at the timing boards. Liam's is right there. The audio has messed up again, so quick fix from that quickly. So now, look at the grid. Maddie gets a grid start out there as well. Lauren in 3-3. Jeremy good in 4th, and down the back, Pascal 5th, and Stefan Wimmer 6th. And now look at into the turn 5 happen. A great corner down at turn 6 happened. The Grand Hotel corner. Looks like everyone's following neatly. We see in the back there's a quite neat an overtake from Pascal into Jeremy, who's inside but couldn't quite manage that. And now into the tunnel section. Looks like the position haven't changed. There's a great start from everyone, keeping it clean and out of the walls. No one did heroics into Santa Vod. But Maddie catching Liam in this race start. Both on the super soft tires. Leo and Zoka on the softs, and the rest also on super soft. So let's see which tire works out the greatest. Loman Zoka is getting catched by his teammate here. So let's go on board with Jeremy Good through turn 15 and 16. A 25 lap race here. 1 pit stop is should be possible. Maybe 2, but Jeremy Good going over in the pit lane. I believe he has damage on his car. So he has to pit there. I believe there was an incident before. So the championship leader, Hardek, there having to pit very soon. Now eyes up ahead. Liam Shepherd is running away. Pascal and Stefan have both lost it into turn 1. The 2 Ferrari cars having being stuck into turn 1. Can Pascal make it work? His engine is broken. Look at the accelerator. He's trying to move. That's it. He has engine damage. He is out of the race. Will the safety car be called out? The safety car's out. Safety car's out now. So for Pascal, they have to clear the track. There he goes. Safety car's gonna be out now. So now let's see the grid. Liam Shepherd stays in first. Maddie second. Lauren Zucker jumps up into P3. And Jeremy Goof in P5, losing out the position there to Stefan Wimmel. So Now for the next 3 laps, we're gonna have a safety car. Gonna see who gets the best restart there. The safety car waiting inside the pit lane. He's gonna go out soon as Liam Shepherd rounds the final corners. Nearly into the wall there. Close call. Look at the safety car now. It looks like his second will not be coming out for that incident, so it still looks like the grids will be there. But oh, look at that, the rear end of Liam nearly losing it there. Look as well in the back, there's going to be a battle for P2, while Lauren Zorka's tires looks like are working better than Maddie's super soft tires. So it's going to be interesting to see there. Last lap from Lauren was a 124.3, while the last lap from Maddie was a 124.8. So 5/10 difference between these two drivers. If Lauren gets it for the championship battle, it's gonna help them greatly with Alpha Racing, as they're already leaders in the championship, but they're gonna increase their gap by a lot as BMR is not racing today between Dan Johnson and Luca Casale and Viggo Kettler. So here we have the gap is diminishing. Jeremy Good is also catching to Stefan. So eyes on the live timing, as I can see when incidents and mistakes happen. On track it looks like Jeremy Good is closer than ever on Stefan. Will he get a look? Turn 10 being a corner where he's quite good at. And it looks like Lauren is starting to lose out on Medi. So he is running away. Liam Shepherd also having a great first part of the race, having ran away basically with the lead here. Medi going 123.7, looking behind 124.54. Lauren, that he lost out a lot in that final lap. So the forced Tunisia car of Medi is running away with that second place now, but the gap between Jeremy Good and Sam Wimmer is as close as ever. 124.3 for Jeremy Good, while 125.1 for Stefan Wimmer. So he is catching by about 8 cents a lap. Last lap was an 8/10 gap gain. Let's see what this lap Jeremy Good can bring us. As Stefan goes wide onto turn 3. Now turn 4. Let's see who can create a better run. Jeremy avoiding that bump on the outside, while Stefan gets it. Now turn 6. Who gets to happen better? We saw that here overtakes are possible with Adrian Newey, but no, Jeremy Good can't quite make it stick. And now through Mirabeau and Portier goes wide. Jeremy there losing out a lot of time, losing nearly the rear as well. So that lost him about 4/10. And now Medi running away with a second place, while Lauren Zorka with a 1.6 second gap to that P2 position that he just wants to get. Liam Shepherd, fastest lap of the race so far, 121.7. Medi does a 123.9, while Lauren Zorka just can't keep up. It does a 124.2. Stefan Wimmer mistake into Mirabeau, getting a bit of damage there, having a bit of a scrape with the wall. As now Jeremy Good has catched a little to that P4 position. The gap is about 6/10, now 5/10. Stefan losing the rear little there, out of turn 1, and Jeremy Goof goes by. Will Stefan Wimmer do something against that? Now into turn 3. Jeremy Goof got a great overtake, the first one off the race so far. Instead, gonna keep the position now. Monaco being a difficult track to overtake now. Oh, losing the fronts and nearly doing a Nico Rosberg into turn 5, Mirabeau. Oh, Jeremy Good going slowly round there. And we have a DNF from Pascal as well, we see before. So that's not great from them. Now only 5 drivers left in the race, 20 laps to go. Jeremy Goof is starting to create a gap. Lauren Zorka just can't quite catch or keep up with Medi here. The gap is increasing. It's going up to 2 seconds. Last lap being 124.2 for Lauren Zorka. That's about 3 tenths slower than Medi's last lap. Now we're looking at this lap. Eyes on the lap time. 124.0 for Medi, 124.0 for Lauren. So they're now on pace with each other. Fastest lap for personal best for Lauren there. So it looks like those soft tires are just quite not working out, but for Jeremy it's working out a bit better. Will Jeremy catch to his teammate? Last lap for Jeremy was 1:24.6, so losing out 6/10 to his teammate. Mehdi is now on a 10-second gap to Liam. Liam is running away with this lead. So it looks like great on his side. He can get maybe that win that he wants. I believe he hasn't had any wins yet this season. I believe his only win actually being in Melbourne this season. If I have a look, statistics right now, I believe the fastest laps for Liam. Liam having no wins on his name, so this might be his first win of the season. If he gets it, he goes into the pit lane. That's a dramatic turn of events as he switches up. And now look at the gaps now. Mehdi stays out, goes out of the final corner. Anthony Noggett, I can't really pronounce that, so I keep saying final corner. Lauren Zoka as well stays out on the softs. Jeremy Good having pit at the beginning, so we're gonna see what this soft tire is gonna, if they can stay for the entirety of the race. Stefan Wimmels, look at his tires, losing the rear into Razcast, but also staying out. So Mehdi now leader here around Monaco. Liam Shepherd, we're going on to the softs. Maybe he knows something that the others don't. Jeremy Good does fastest personal best right now with a 1:23.6. Fastest lap of the race as well, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see. No, the fastest lap being a 1:21.8 by Mehdi, so no, wow, even faster, 1:21.4 by Liam Shepherd, so 2 seconds off the gap. Jeremy Goof, purple sector 1. Those soft tires are finally going into that window that he wants. Maybe get that fastest lap now. Lost out a little in sector 2, so quite not working out there. Liam Shepherd is only 3 seconds away from P2. Lauren Zolka, who has started on the softs. Gonna see what that's gonna be able for, what he can bring us here around Monaco. For this race, 7 laps in, 25 laps fully, so about 12 laps to go. 13 laps to go, so that's about interesting there to see. 17 laps to go. I can't really math in this situation there. Now we've said it, 17 laps to go. Liam Shepherd catching a lot to Lauren Zorka. Last lap being a 1:26 from Liam, but there was a lap that he went out the pit lane, and 1:24.1 for Lauren. The gap diminishing. Let's see if it goes under the 2 seconds soon. There you see, there was even Mehdi there you saw on the camera, but there's Zorka now up ahead. About a 2 second gap. The gap has stopped diminishing. Let's go, let's see at the end of this lap how much time he gained, but it doesn't look like he's gaining much. Those soft tires just not going on his side. Lauren Zorka having a bit more luck with those soft tires obviously being more worn and more warmer, having worked them out more. So let's see, the only 2 drivers on the soft tires are Mehdi and Stefan. Interesting to see what their strategy is gonna look like. I believe Liam just couldn't handle that those soft tires, so he went early on. Now Lauren did a mistake through turn 16 and losing out the position to Liam. Liam jumping up to P2. Is Lauren gonna do something? I don't believe he got damaged there, so he had a slight spin. The air's wide open. Is he gonna be able to stay? But locks up into turn 1, keeps it out of the barriers. But now Liam Shepherd runs away with the P2. And now eyes up ahead. Stefan Wimmels does a mistake into Raskas. The orange damage up ahead with the front wing. Gotta be careful there. We saw in practice how much understeer can affect you. Lap 9 now. Mehdi leader right off the race. Let's see what the strategy is going to work out for him, but the undercut of Liam lost him now. It's only 5 seconds behind Mehdi, even with the 10-second gap, so there's about 15 seconds of time loss in the pit lane. Stefan, a big mistake, huge incident. This engine is broken. So that's it. He is also out. As Tim Nathaniel has gone back to the pit lane, so there will be no safety car from that side. So that's a mistake from Stefan. 4 drivers left in this Monaco Grand Prix. Everything's on the line. Jeremy Group being down in P4 still hurts his championship position. His teammate up in P3, right behind Liam Shepherd. Maddie's now in the pit lane. So eyes on Liam as he goes now through the final corner. Zorka has gained a lot of time there. The air is now open. Doesn't look like it. I believe that was a safety car. Safety car's out. So, looking at this, I believe this is for the incident that Stefan Wimmel has caused. So, this helps Maddie now greatly with the fresh tires. Liam is now again up into P1. So, just lucky getting that first place out of that as well. Zorka in P2 right behind. Has to pit still with those tires. I don't believe he can make it till the end. Now Jeremy Hoof has catched up as well. Having done his pit stop, I'm not sure if those tires will manage to survive till the end. So now there you see the 4 cars going around. Let's hop on board with the safety car. Look at that, the car's going round. Oh, look how close Liam Shepherd is to that safety car. Careful, boys, you don't want to get damaged under the safety car already with 15 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. Any damage, as you saw, that's what's caused Stefan Wimmer's incident. And now, Liam Shepherd leading Zorka, leading Maddie, leading Good. So 4 cars left in the session. As we see a bit of censoring here, it should have said Martini, but because alcohol is not allowed on the cars, they had to censor it and it says MTI, which obviously if you get the gist of the livery itself, it looks like the 2016 Williams, which main sponsor was the Martini alcoholic drink. So now looking at behind there, see there just how close the cars are towards each other. Obviously, let me say again, this is a special tribute livery for Senna's. Senna's passing was 1 week ago, 1994, so not long ago since the memorial of his death. But nice to see that they make it here with in real life with the historic Monaco laps. They have mostly brought out Senna's racing cars, so nice to see that here we also see some tributes. And obviously, rather than just going, let me repeat that this is an open league. Anyone can join us freely. Link in the description to the owner's YouTube channel. From there, join the Discord. Just sign up in the Discord with your name, Steam ID, and you're good to go for the ACF2 championship. Now, eyes out, also up ahead, Liam Shepherd. There we are. You can see him right there. With those lights, you also see on the safety car, I believe safety car in this lap soon. So there you can see Liam starting to create a little bit of a gap to the safety car for the safety car to have enough space to go into the pit lane. Eyes also behind, who will get the best start here. Yeah, you can hear the engine of the safety car roaring going through the final through turn 12. There we go, sliding through the corners. Now, Opa, touching a bit the wall there, Timo. Careful. Corner cutting as well. Liam isn't giving a bit of too much trouble. So, lights are off for the safety car, meaning green lights will come soon. Who will get the best start? Will this grid shuffle a little? Between these 4 drivers out on track. Now final corner. Green, 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 and it's go, go, go. Eyes are behind. Lauren Zorka getting a bad start there. Liam Shepherd flying away. Lauren Zorka second and Maddie keeping up third, but Jeremy just couldn't catch there. So the grid does not shuffle. Oh, Jeremy nearly losing the rear as well out of turn 1. Whew. Mate, oh, I'm sweating here. Even with just 4 cars, there's a championship battle. This interesting to see. We gotta see who gets the best race here. Liam Shepherd still safe for that win with the great tire strategy, so he is good to go for the end of the race. Lorenz Zucker has to look out more on the sides. He still has to pit, so that P2 is in danger, while Mehdi has pitted right when the safety car started, so gotta look out for that as well. Jeremy Good is just last place if Zucker can't get a gap to his teammate. Jeremy Good might jump him. Wow. I have to hydrate here, as well as you viewers. Don't forget to keep hydrated, as the sweats that are happening in this race are just too much, as Lorenz Zucker is just losing out into turn 16. Mehdi has catched a lot of time now. The S will be activated in 2 laps, so no DS yet. Oh no, there's Jeremy Goof nearly losing the rear out of the final corner. Mehdi doesn't look like he's taking a slipstream. There we go, on board now. Up into turn 2. Into turn 3 now. Just look at those steering inputs, how smooth they are. That's Lorenz Zucker doing a big mistake, and there's a big pile up. Mehdi goes into the rear. Jeremy Goose spins it, and there's a huge incident. It all started with Zucker spinning. Both Alpha Audis are now round. Mehdi with a bit of damage too. Will the safety car be out again after a big crash like that? Looks like they're all back on track. Oh, look at those front wings. They're not good. Zucker with the biggest amount of damage. I believe they both have to pit now. Zucker having had to pit anyway, so... Oh, that's not a great race for the Alpha Racing. Luckily only 4 drivers on grid, so not big of a shuffle there between the number 3 and 4 cars. That's Zucker sliding through that rear wing. I believe he does not have any rear grip. Yeah, with the aerodynamical arrow just not quite working. Will there be something with the safety car? Liam Shepherd has touched the wall, so he's pitting as well. There's a safety car out. The safety car goes now. So yes, we are going to have another safety car. So Liam Shepherd's going to take the advantage there. Mehdi stays out. Eyes on the gap. There we go. Liam starts. Mehdi's gone through now. Will Jeremy get it? Jeremy has to pit for damage. Lauren also. So Mehdi takes provisional lead. Liam now out of the pit lane. Still can go normal speed out of the line. How close will he get to Mehdi? There he is! And Mehdi gets P1. So it's going to be a battle here for the lead. Mehdi is now for the first time in the lead this race. Second safety car this race as well with only 4 cars. That's just how it just shows how difficult the Monaco Grand Prix really is. That's a safety car going wide into turn 3. Oh, don't want to see the safety car spinning around this track. Wouldn't be much of a safety car, would it then? But now, the grid shuffled up. Jeremy now being in 3rd, and Lauren now coming out of pit lane in 4th. Will there be a switch between these 2 drivers? We're gonna have to see later on. But Liam Shepherd, eyes on him as he's now in P2. So, that's just something I'm gonna watch out for. Is it thunderstorms outside of my house? So if you hear some rain, that's not in game, that's just me. Just gotta watch out for that. But now 14 laps in, 10 laps to go. This can go fast as the lap times are around the 1.5 minutes. That's about 20 minutes, about 15 minutes of racing, and this is just with these cars, that's not long. And the stress these drivers are going for, the pressure for all these points. If Mehdi gets this win, that was basically helping the championship position between Jeremy Good with this 15 points that he will get. Going now with the points, P1 gets 15 points, P2 12 points, and P3 10. So Liam Mehdi will get a 5 points difference to Jeremy here. So in the end, if this is going to be our finishing positions, Jeremy is going to Mehdi is just going to be 5 points behind, and that's already a big improvement. If another position like this happens the next race, we might have a championship battle on our hands. So pole position, fastest lap also counting on, but the fastest lap going to Liam Shepherd right now with the 1:21.4. A great lap from him, but now eyes also on him as we are right now. The camera is right now on him. Here we go. Let's see. Let's go back on board with the safety car. There we go. Safety car in this lap. So let's see what the cars are gonna do now for this restart. So the safety car is now starting to create a bit of a gap now. Let's go up on board with Mehdi there. The Rockstar energy drink inspired livery. To the Lamborghini behind, and then the 2 Alpha Audi with the special McLaren tribute livery. So everyone warming their tires, trying to keep them up in the temperature. Jeremy and Lauren just not actually moving around to keep the tires up to temperature. But now on board with Mehdi as we're rounding into the final sector now. Safety car is now around the final corners, turn 15 and 16. So once the safety car goes in the pit lane, that's going to be green light from them. Mehdi is catching up a little now to Liam Shepherd. Has a bit of a gap now, but rule says you have to have at least 10 car gap to the safety car before he goes into the pit lane. So now rounding the final corners, Rascats are now the final corner. Who gets a great run? Green, and Liam Shepherd gets a great run right behind Mehdi as Jeremy Good gets such not a good run, and Lauren Zucker is right behind, and now eyes on Liam. Let's hop on board. Now on board with him up into turn 2 and 3. Oh, Mehdi taking a lot of the curb, the bump inside, but it looks like facing in the right direction. Also jump behind on Zorka's POV. Doesn't look like no mistakes there. Liam right on Mehdi's rear diffuser. This track is not easy to overtake on, so just gotta watch out for these 4 cars are now right next to each other. Eyes also behind of Lauren. As these cars are close as ever. As there's a mistake from Jeremy going wide into the portiere and touching the wall. So a lot of damage on his side, but also eyes on Liam. Might the strategy call have been a mistake from him? If Mehdi manages to keep that car behind, that Lamborghini behind, it's going to be the first win for Mehdi this season, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. Liam Shepherd's right on the rear of that Force Tunisia car. Mehdi having no wins. Yes, Mehdi has 1 win on his name. So if he does this, he gets a 2nd one this season. So we're gonna watch out for Liam Shepherd is right on the rear. That's Lauren spinning in the rear. Is Jeremy gonna get the position back into turn 1, out of turn 1, now into turn 2? They are very close together. Liam Shepherd is also very close to Mehdi. Gets a better run maybe into turn 5. Will there be an overtake into Mirabo? Not quite. Obviously this track doesn't have any good overtaking opportunities. You just have to get a good run. The tunnel section maybe to being the closest you can get, but obviously it's just how narrow the track is. You gotta be careful as Lauren Zucker and Jerry Goof are also next to each other. Now into the tunnel section we go. Slipstream effect from Liam. DRS is gonna be activated next lap, so then we can see that in action as well. Both take the chicane greatly. No mistakes from none of these drivers. There's so much going on between these two. Let's see how it goes on. The laps are counting down, but the battle is still heating on. Very close on the rear diffuser with that nose. Now into final corner, into the Rascats. About 5 taps separating these two. SDS activated this lap. Oh, careful with the rear end there, Liam. DS wide open. Is he gonna catch a little into Santa Vot? Mehdi is 4 tenths faster as last lap, but Lauren goes into the pit lane for damage, so Jeremy jumps back into third. Eyes back on to Liam, takes a different line through turn 2. Mehdi looks like it's more comfortable with the inside line, but now through the casino section, is there gonna be anything? It looks like Liam gets a good run through Mirror Ball. Will you have a look? Not quite. Now onto the hotel happen. Oh, very close. Now on to Mirror Bass. This is turn 7 and Portier 8. Nothing quite there. Oh. As now the tunnel section closes over, the next overtaking spot being turn 10. Will you have a look down the inside? Late on the brake, side by side. Whoa, nearly touching the rear tire. But nice defending from Mehdi there. Great racing from these two. So there's only 4 tenths dividing these two cars. God, it was a bit of a mistake from Mehdi, so Liam has to go a bit of avoid action into turn 16. Now Raskas goes well for the switchback. Liam we're looking for that exit line. DS is available. Now DS wide open. Will we see a move into Thunderbolt? Mehdi defending the inside line. Liam Mehdi going for the outside line, but Mehdi closing the door into turn 1. So close battles. Oh, they're about to hit each other as well. Careful, it's not through turn 3. You just see how close they are. Interesting to see. Oh, they're touching. They are touching into the casino section now. Mirror Ball 1 here. Up the hill, now going down it into the hairpin. Will there be something from Liam? Liam has to act soon. 5 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. And now on to Portier. Let's see the exit. Who gets a better run? Liam tried it last lap. Will he get it this lap into turn 10? Gets the slipstream. Out of the tunnel section. Has more speed. Looks again for the inside line. Brakes later. Does not try to get that move. Mehdi having to go cutting there. I don't believe that's a penalty yet. But now through turn 12. Mehdi's great defense keeping Liam behind. These two are battling out till the end. As there's a mistake from Liam touching the inside wall. Going on board now. Let's see if there's a suspension damage from him. Does not look like it. As we know, hop the T-cam now. Look at the gap has increased to 7 tenths. Will Liam be able to attack? Mehdi breaks a bit earlier into turn 1, losing the rear little. Now Leo has a good run into turn 3. Will there be something into the uphill section? Into turn 3 now, into the casino section. They go, the right hander now. Look how much faster Liam takes. There's contact. Big incident. But Mehdi faces the right way, so there's a lot of damage for Mehdi. Let's hop on board with him. Is there suspension damage? Does not look like it, so lucky there. But that's not something we want to see. Might be reported as well, so Liam has to be careful not to get a penalty from that incident. But with about 5 laps to go, nearly 4, this battle here will probably go until the end of the race, until Liam can bring us something here. Turn 10 is now, this time won't be a move here, as Liam is just too far away. Into Tabak though, that he is way closer this time. Through the swimming pool chicane, we haven't seen an overtake hit, done here yet, but maybe there's gonna be a first. But no, really close, front to rear, touching nearly. No, through Raskas. This is a great opportunity here. Takes a bit of an alternative line. Now onto the final corner. DRS available, open now. We saw last time having to be fed. This time he goes way earlier for the side-by-side into turn 1. Who's brave on the brakes? It looks like Mehdi is. Mehdi keeps the position into turn 1. Now up into turn 2. These two are battling out really close together into turn 3 now. Mehdi defending the inside line through the casino section. Doesn't look like any mistakes from him. Liam right behind now. Mirabel 1 up the hill through the right-hander. Now that happened. Will Liam try to have a move? Here they're touching again. Contact between the two. As Liam now even touching the outside wall there. Banging wheels though through Portier. Looks like Mehdi has gotten a bad run through there. Will Liam have a run through turn 10? This will be the third time if. The slipstream effect being strong on these cars, but this time it doesn't look like he has a late lunge. Oh, nearly done it. But it could have ended worse, but great handling from these two. Great racecraft bringing here from the two drivers. Now through the swimming pool section. He's going to have a look around the inside through turn 15. It's not quite an overtaking move, and he loses the rear. Liam Shepherd has spun it. That's it into the wall. Now eyes on Jeremy Goof. How far is he? Is quite far away, but wow. Great defense from Mehdi and big mistake from Liam. So this battle is basically over. Liam has to pit for damage. So that's it. He spins it in the pit lane. He spun it. So Jeremy Goof gets a position. Will Lauren get the position as well? There we go. Jeremy Goof has passed. Liam Shepherd in the pit lane. So Mehdi, with that much defense, with that much pressure, now gone. He just has to bring it home now with 3 laps to go. Liam Shepherd now being overtaken by Zolka. That's heartache from him. But now, great race overall. I'm having issues with my mouse. I can't quite move it. There we go. Looks like Mehdi is gonna take the win here if everything goes just like how he wants it. But the race is obviously not over yet with 3 laps to go. Lauren does a mistake into turn 5. Nearly doesn't hold Rosberg, but keeps it out of trouble. Jeremy Good is now extending his lead. P2, great recovery drive from him, being down into P5 for a moment, but now even P6 for a moment, but now being in P2, so that will help him greatly. But Mehdi, if he keeps this, he will gain 3 points to Jeremy. That's gonna help in the championship battle later on. Now lap 23. 2 laps to go. Will Mehdi get the win? Will there be a surprise switch with Jeremy? But Liam has mostly lost it. Now going for more of the fastest lap. He still has it under his name with the 1:21.4. No one has gotten close to that lap. But now with obviously the fuel load being lower as well, Liam can now fully push it. If he's lucky and maybe gets 5 seconds a lap to Zolka, maybe he can fight for P3 as well. But great race from all of our drivers here. 2 DNFs as well between Stefan and Pascal. Sad to see that. Stefan is still in the pit lane. As that was a big thunder. What was that? That scared me. What was that sound? I believe that was just Assetto Hosting having a bit of audio issues. Now through turn 12, Mehdi goes smoothly for the race. Nicely done from him. I have no clue what that sound was. I hope you guys haven't heard it, but that was really loud, so I apologize for that. But now crossing the line, going for lap 24. Liam Shepherd has gained 2 seconds to Zolka, but doesn't look like it's gonna be enough for the end of the race. So Mehdi, the fourth Tunisia, surprise second win maybe here around Monaco. Great from him. He might get the triple crown because there is IndyCar here. So the Indy 500 is something that you can do for here in the ARL Racing League. And now that the Endurance Championship will be, so the 24 hours of Le Mans, maybe not be the 24 hours, but still the Le Mans race. So on this server you might get the triple crown, and Mehdi might be the closest one to get it as Monaco. This is the first time we go around Monaco, first appearance, so our first Monaco winner here could be Mehdi, as Liam Shepherd has a DNF from the race, so that's out from him. Still is gonna get 4 points reward as he crossed the 75% lap, so he will still gain the 4th place points, being about 8 points, so that's on great for him. And now Mehdi is gonna cross the line for the final lap, so let's hop on board with a leader here. Now across the line, let's go into turn 1. Great braking, being careful to not do any mistakes. He doesn't have any pressure on him anymore. Losing a little on the exit. Now turn 2. Look at the line he takes. Look how much a car bounces. Now through turn 3. Taking more of an inside line, more of a safer line. Now through the casino section. Turn 4, now turn 5. Hard on the brakes. You've seen a lot of mistakes here, but maybe just keeping it out of trouble. And now through the hairpin, the sharpest corner on the calendar. Takes it nicely done. Now through turn 7 and 8, Portier. One of the more difficult corners, as there's literally no runoff. No runoff on the entire track, but there with that sharp 90-degree corner, it's just difficult. Now through the tunnel section, into turn 10, the chicane. Now nicely done, really close to the outside water, but no pressure at all as the next guy is 20 seconds behind. But now through Tabak, turn 12, and now full throttle through turn 13 and 14 into turn 15. Bit on the brakes, slowing the car right down for the chicane, and now Razcast the hairpin. Look how nicely done he does it. Now through the final corner, Mehdi Mudge goes across the line to win the Monaco Grand Prix. What a spectacular race from him, keeping Liam Shepherd behind, forcing him into mistakes as well. Now Jeremy Goof will cross the final corner to get P2 respectfully after a race like this. He's, I think, gonna do some burnouts in respect to the tribute he is doing for Senna with his McLaren P2 on his side. He's slowing down, waiting for his teammate. What is going on here? His teammate slowing down. Jeremy gets P2 and Lauren P3. So that was it for the Monaco Grand Prix. As now we see the two Alpha Audi cars going hand in hand. Jeremy nearly doing a burnout. Is he gonna do some donuts here into turn on the board? He does. P2 position. Lauren Zucker does also donuts, but Mehdi, a race winner of the Monaco Grand Prix. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next race, being the Cannes Grand Prix in Finland. So that's gonna be a more of a high-speed racetrack after Monaco like this. We can't wait to see you there. One last thing before I leave: Open League, link in the description if you want to join, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.